Welcome to Orthodox World This Week Orthodox News in Digital Space. I'm your host Abel Matthews X. Let's see what happened in the Orthodox world. Latvian Orthodox Church accepts government legislation on autocephalous status. Latvian Orthodox Church accepted the autocephalous status granted by the Latvian government for the church through an official press release on 9th September 2022. The Latvian Parliament on 8 September adopted an urgent amendment to the Latvian Orthodox Church law in which it recognized the complete independence of the Latvian Church from any power outside Latvia. In the official press release, the Holy Synod of the Latvian Church asked the clergy and the laity to maintain a peaceful disposition of spirit, maintain the unity of the Church, and strictly observe the laws of the Latvian state. Latvian Orthodox Church is an autonomous church under the Russian Orthodox Church. As per the statutes of the Russian Church, autocephaly can only be granted through the local council of the church. Abuna Matthias returns to Ethiopia after treatments in United States. His Holiness Patriarch Abuna Matthias returned to his see after completing his treatment on Tuesday, 6 September 2022. His Holiness was warmly welcomed by the Synod members and faithful at Abole International Airport. His Holiness was in America since July 19, 2022 for medical treatments. His Holiness Abuna Matthias, the sixth Patriarch of Ethiopia, said at the reception ceremony that through the prayers of Blessed Fathers, the prayers of Ethiopian priests and the faithful, I have received good treatment and my illness has been cured. He also said that he was very happy that the reception was done in honor of the church because it is a church that is respected and known in the world for its faith. On July 18, 2022, while traveling for medical treatment, some governmental bodies and media reported that His Holiness has run away with the heritages of the church and fabricated false information which targeted to divide the church again. After 10 years of abdication of Mor Yohanan Ibrahim, Mor Petros Cassis elected as the Archbishop of Aleppo and environs. Patriarch Ignatius Ephraim II of Syriac Orthodox Church confirmed the unanimous election of Mor Petros Cassis as the Archbishop of Archdiocese of Aleppo and environs on Saturday, 3rd September 2022. The seat of Archbishop of Aleppo and environs became vacant after abdication of Mor Yohanan Ibrahim on April 22, 2013. According to the announcement from the Patriarchate, the decisions came in after the meeting of priests, members of religious councils, and heads of the church committees and institutions in the Diocese of Aleppo and its dependencies with Patriarch on 1st September 2022. Through Archbishop Mor Petros Cassis was in charge of Aleppo as a Patriarchal Vicar, the seat was declared vacant on 27th July 2022 due to the emerging need for a permanent primate for the diocese. According to the legends, Metropolitan Mor Yohanan Ibrahim and Metropolitan Paul Yazengi was abducted on the way back from Turkey to Aleppo. On the other hand, the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate of Antioch appointed Metropolitan Ephraim Mauladi against the vacant seat of Metropolitan Balis Yazis in October 2021. Archbishop Mor Petros Cassis was consecrated on 18th October 2019 as Patriarchal Assistant, holding additional charge for Patriarchal Vicar of Aleppo. Mor Petros Cassis was functioning as a Patriarchal delegate since the abduction of Mor Yohanan Ibrahim. OCP Publication announces the release of workbook for Christian Stewardship Book. OCP Publications is proud to present the newly released workbook companion to the Path of Oikonomia with Jesus Christ as Our Lighthouse by John G. Pagetto. This workbook companion volume is intended to be used with the groundbreaking best-selling book, The Path of Oikonomia with Jesus Christ as Our Lighthouse, for personal and/or for group usage in seminaries and presentations on the topic of stewardship. This workbook companion is designed to reinforce the teachings of the book by reincorporating applicable methods and exercises. Workbook companion to The Path of Oikonomia with Jesus Christ as Our Lighthouse is now available in Lulu Books and Amazon. Dr. John G. Pagetto is a scholar, theologian, and professor of the writings of the early church fathers who is an acknowledged true leader in biblical and patristic oikonomia. The workbook companion to The Path of Oikonomia with Jesus Christ as Our Lighthouse will be available for purchase in September 2022 on Lulu, Amazon, and every major platforms where fine books are sold. Metropolitan Callistus Vare of Diakilia enters eternal rest. Metropolitan Callistus Vare of Diakilia of Patriarchate of Constantinople entered eternal rest at the age of 87 at the early hours of Wednesday, August 24, 2022, after a long serious illness. Metropolitan Callistus Vare was a renowned English theologian and a scholar of Eastern Orthodoxy. He was also popular for his numerous books, translations, and crowd-pulling speeches. Metropolitan Callistus was educated at Westminster School and Medagale College, Oxford, where he took a double first in classics as well as reading theology. In 1958, at the age of 24, he embraced the Orthodox Christian faith, as being raised as an Anglican, traveling subsequently throughout Greece, spending a great deal of time at the monastery of St. John the Theologian of Patmos. He also frequented other major centers of Orthodoxy, such as Jerusalem and Mount Athos. In 1966, he was ordained to be a priesthood and was tonsured as a monk, receiving the name Callistos in honor of Saint Callistos Apollos. In 1982, he was consecrated to the episcopacy as a titular bishop, with the title Bishop of Diakilia appointed to serve as assistant to the Bishop of Oxford Oratory Church of St. Aloysius. His funeral was held, and it was held by His Eminence Archbishop Nicholas of Thyatira and Great Britain, and the Exarch of Ecumenical Patriarchate. Since his retirement in 2001, Callistos has continued to publish and to give lectures on Orthodox Christianity and traveling widely. The funeral service was held at the Oxford Oratory Church of St. Aloysius Gaza, Woodstock Road, Oxford. Bishop Isaac, General Bishop and spiritual father of St. Macarius, the Alexandrian Monastery, Bahrain, enters eternal rest. Bishop Isaac, General Bishop and spiritual father of St. Macarius, the Alexandrian Monastery, Bahrain, enters eternal rest at the age of 85 on Tuesday, September 6, 2022. According to the official statement from the Coptic Patriarchy, the funeral service of the late Bishop Isaac was held at the St. Mark's Cathedral in Alexandria on Wednesday, September 7, 2022. His Beatitude Metropolitan Herman enters eternal rest. His Beatitude Metropolitan Herman, former primate of Orthodox Church in America, entered eternal rest on 6 September 2022 at the age of 90. Metropolitan Herman was consecrated to the episcopacy in 1973 and served as a primate of the church from 2002 to 2008. After his retirement as a primate, Metropolitan quietly resided in the house of the grounds of St. Tikhon's Monastery in South Canaan, Pennsylvania, until his repose. Metropolitan Herman was well known as a prominent sanctity of life. For many years, he participated in the March for Life held in U.S. Capitol every January, leading the Orthodox participants and addressing the thousands of defense of the unborn. His funeral service will be held on 16th September 2022. Patriarch Kirill will not meet Pope Francis in Kazakhstan. His Holiness Patriarch Kirill of Moscow and all Russia will not attend the 7th Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions on September 14-15 in Kazakhstan and will not meet Pope Francis, reports RIA Novosti. According to the report, Metropolitan Antony of the Russian Orthodox Church made clear that the Patriarch Kirill's meeting with Pope Francis in Kazakhstan is not planned, while answering the question of whether the Republic will host the second ever meeting of primates of the two largest Christian churches in the world in September. Metropolitan Antony added that the church will be represented by an official delegation, even though His Holiness Patriarch Kirill himself will not take part in the Congress. Previously, it was reported that Patriarch Kirill will meet Pope Francis in September. Pope was planning to meet Russian Patriarch for the second time in June 2022 in Lebanon. However, the meeting was cancelled in the light of the war in Ukraine. Pope Francis and Patriarch Kirill met for the first time at the Havana airport in Cuba on 12th of February 2016. Archbishop Mor Anthimos of Jerusalem visited primates of the Orthodox churches in Jerusalem. Newly appointed Patriarchal Vicar of Jerusalem and Holy Lands Archdiocese Archbishop Mor Anthimos Jakub visited primates and hierarchs of Orthodox churches in Holy Land in Jerusalem. This was done as part of the temporary takeover of the Archbishopric of Jerusalem due to the demise of Archbishop Gabriel Dahu on July 21, 2022. Russian Orthodox Church recognizes the autocephaly of Macedonian Orthodox Church Ohrid Archbishopric. The Holy Synod of the Russian Orthodox Church officially recognized the autocephaly of Macedonian Orthodox Church Archbishopric of Ohrid on 25th of August 2022 in the regular session of the Synod. The Synod was chaired by His Holiness Patriarch Kirill. The members of the Synod thank God for the restoration of communion between the Serbian Patriarchate and the Macedonian Orthodox Church, the Archdiocese of Ohrid. The Holy Synod expressed hope that as the youngest in the family of autocephalous Orthodox churches, the Macedonian Orthodox Church would firmly preserve the Holy Orthodox faith in purity, integrity, and observe faithfulness to the Orthodox canonical tradition, and decide to notify Patriarch Porphyry of Serbia and Archbishop Stefan of Macedonia regarding the decision of the Russian Holy Synod. The Holy Synod of Bishops of Serbian Orthodox Church unanimously recognized the autocephaly of Macedonian Orthodox Church on June 2022. Later, Ecumenical Patriarchate of Constantinople and Bulgarian Orthodox Church also accepted the autocephaly of Macedonian Church. Holy Synod of Serbian Orthodox Church congratulated President Alexander Vučić for cancelling Euro Pride event in Belgrade. On August 27, 2022, the Serbian Orthodox Church, through a press release, congratulated the efforts of President Alexander Vučić of Serbia for cancelling the Euro Pride event. The Euro Pride event was scheduled to be held in Belgrade from September 12 to 18. The Russian Orthodox Exarchate in Africa received official registration from the Republic of Zambia. Patriarchal Exarchate of the Russian Orthodox Church in Africa received its official registration in the Republic of Zambia on 23rd of August 2022. According to the Exarchate, this is the second official registration of the Exarchate in African continent. The Patriarchal Exarchate was officially registered in Central African Republic on 4th of July 2022. The Patriarchal Exarchate of Russian Orthodox Church in Africa was established on the Synodal Resolution on December 29, 2022. Exarchate of Africa caters to clergy and faithful who left the Patriarchate of Alexandria due to disagreement on various issues. We would like to remind our viewers about the new book released by Orthodoxy Cognate Peace Publication or OCP Publication. You can get the book from Lulu Books or Amazon Books. Thank you for watching Orthodoxy Cognate Page. Hope to see you in that next week.